And we're back.
Hello.
I mean cake.
Oh,
Skibbity
Wednesday.
bobbity.
I wish I could eat, but my stomach says no.
Relatable.
No, it's been an ongoing problem. Like I can't figure out what's going on.
Oh, that's relatable.
Hey.
He clutches the cell phone. The screen shattered, and the metallic innards exposed.
No texting. Let's talk.
But I can't.
Have you decided on what you're going to do after school? Don't worry about it right now. I still got a few months to decide. Going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Despite being shattered, the phone in his hand lights up. I see something flash on the screen.
Jared.
You trying to promote Subway?
Ah, fuck! I find myself panting, sitting upright in the bed of our motel room. My phone is vibrating against the nightstand. Reaching over, I grab it and hit the answer button, my eyes too hazy with sleep to read the caller ID. Hello?
Hey.
I catch the distinctive baritone rumble of on the other end. Leo?
That's me. You just waking up? I thought you were going to film for your project before we hit the mall.
Squinting at the screen on my phone, I see that it's 9:02 a.m.
Oh, Leo, leave him at that.
Additionally, I realize that Jenna is staring at me from her bed, the covers up to her chest and her laptop in her lap. The sound of running water must mean that TJ's in the bathroom taking one of his legendarily long showers. I'm on spring break. I'm not really imposing too strict of a schedule on myself.
Yeah.
I yawn,
Right.
trying to snap my focus back into reality. Despite having slept for at least 10 hours, I don't feel rested at all.
Lazy otter. Alright. I just called to let you college kids know that I'll be at the motel in about 10 minutes.
Great.
What?
Nothing.
Chase?
What? I'm hanging up now. I need to put on some clothes.
Please don't. I'll-
Hang on, Chase. Let me take the phone. Hey, Leo, let's go. Want to smoke some weed? I'm clearly. Oh, okay, fine. Be that way.
I set my phone down back on the nightstand and slid out of bed.
I was gonna say, I thought that was my line. I wasn't gonna say the other one.
I know, I was waiting for it, and then when you didn't, I was like, okay, I'll just move on.
Yeah, please don't, and I'm standing by that.
I dig through my duffel bag for a decent outfit. As I pull out a pair of khaki cargo shorts, I hear Jenna clear her throat.
You're still dealing with sleep paralysis?
Uh-huh.
You woke up swearing pretty loudly. I'm surprised TJ didn't leave the shower to check up on you.
I feel a twinge of embarrassment. Oh. It wasn't paralysis this time. Just regular bad dreams and such. Also, Neil will be here in 10 minutes, so you might want to get dressed.
Humph.
I see her type something quickly upon her laptop before shutting it. She slides it out of sight beneath the nightstand. I guess she doesn't trust the cleaning staff.
Do you still see a therapist?
Nah, I'm not sure the one paid and helped. And you know how things are at Pueblo. Everyone's got a mental disorder or something. It's trendy and no one takes you seriously.
Wow.
That's just the stuff that Leo says. They have free counseling services available, like running out of the psychology department.
Oh my god, she does sound like you.
You don't pay all that tuition for nothing. You might as well use it. Yep.
Well, do you go? I slid on an old t-shirt with Southwestern Adventures printed on the front, the red dye having faded to pink at this point.
No. But I don't suffer from hallucinations, sleep paralysis, or night terrors.
Yeah, but she has a lot of really good reasons for therapy, actually.
And she does, yeah. Please tell me you're at least still taking your medication.
None of that helped, so no.
Chase.
I catch the look she gives me. It's different from her usual, almost paternal stare. Her brow is lifted, and she seems more than just concerned. A glimmer of worry present upon her face. I find myself turning away from her abruptly, as if I had seen something I shouldn't have. Trying to keep myself busy with something, I take a bagel from our little communal sack of food on the table, eating it over a napkin. I can hear TJ at this point trying to dry himself off in the bathroom with a cheap motel dryer. It isn't exactly a full-body machine like the ones back in Pueblo, so it takes forever. Especially someone furred like TJ. It turns to a damn poof ball after a minute in one of those things. Meanwhile, Jenna busies herself with getting dressed behind me. I don't know why this feels so awkward. Usually Jenna is the one person I can speak with and not worry about this sort of thing.
Wolf Boy's here.
Just a minute. I step over to toward the bathroom door. Hey, TJ, Leo's at the door. Hurry up if you can.
What?
Leo is at the door.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Sorry. I'll hurry.
Glancing over, I see the door handle jiggle. It's still locked.
Not very patient, is he?
He never
Hey,
was.
let me in. What are you doing in there? There's a girl in there.
The knocking continues, and I hear Jenna sigh. She moves from the corner of her bed to the door, unlocking and opening it. It is at this point that I realize she isn't even fully dressed yet, her body covered only by a pair of bra and panties.
Ooh.
Leo starts to say
Wait,
something.
why are we looking at Leo right now?
I see,
would not-
I see what your mind has immediately gone to, DJ. But the words visibly catch in his throat as he realizes Jenna's state of undress. His jowls visibly thin along the contours of his muzzle, his auburn eyes flicking briefly to me, then back to the Finnick in front of him.
What were you two doing?
You said you'd be here at 9:30, Leo. What's your problem?
Leo blinks.
Because they're sharing a hotel room and she's not dressed yet. Ah! Usually I defend Leo. Today I'm mad at him. At any rate.
Really? Is the orgy over already?
Yeah, right, like... What?
Oh no, TJ wouldn't. No, TJ would not be okay with that.
Yeah,
That's why the bathroom.
that's why
TJ's
TJ's in the bathroom so that Jenna and Chase can go crazy.
TJ's just trying to discover more of
They just-
himself than he never realized.
Oh my gosh, Leo. Shut up. I hate Leo. Okay, just for today, apparently. Sometimes I feel bad for him, but like, I guess I should rephrase this. When he is sad and missing his ex and having the pain from that, I feel bad for him. When he's being a possessive asshole, I have no forgiveness for him, and this is where he's doing this. Bah! At any rate, sorry. What is my problem? Why are you naked?
Because you wouldn't stop pounding on the door, and I didn't want to deal with the creepy guy at the front desk yelling at us. Now wait outside, like Chase said, just a minute.
Poochie.
Jenna shuts the door.
Good job, Jenna.
Yes.
I stare awestruck, Jenna moving back to her suitcase of clothes and rifling through it.
There we go.
No, now who's not a furry?
I wanted Jenna and a bra in it.
Wait. Still enjoy art.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Take a step back. Alan, hit that middle click button.
Wait, oh, in here? Okay.
Oh,
There you go.
Man, that iron in the background, just when the whole ironing board, so
Yeah,
good.
Put that in the
that
video.
TV.
We'll get demonetized for sure.
We probably
Oh, like we were
I
ever
was
going to be
joking and now it's
monetized for this
uncomfortable.
playthrough.
Also, look at the thing I sent in meantime, Alan.
Okay, well, I kind of can't while we're in the middle of a recording. So, yeah, we'll get to it afterward if that's okay with you.
Alright. For everybody else, I said
That on
that's Leo
TikTok.
and Chase right now.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna do this, then I'll just fucking pause the recording, Harry.
Damn it, Harrison.
And we're back from whatever distraction that was, so...
What the?
Anyway.
For all of you straight people out there, or interest in women, congratulations. This is the closest
What are
you
you
get to
talking
any
about?
form of
I've
description.
been blurring this entire time.
Oh, well, there's
Not the
You won.
iron and ironing
wouldn't.
board.
We've seen a lot of, like,
this-
shirtless dudes or dudes in underwear. I'm not gonna do it for Jenna.
It's
I feel like
only
we gotta be
fair.
equal.
This
Yeah,
blur
what?
is the best you get. There's, it's all downhill from here.
Alright, Chase, you want to bring that snack bag with us to the mall? I think I have some peanut butter pretzels in there.
It takes her only a moment for her to slip on her familiar black tank top and shorts. She sits
Don't.
back on the edge of the bed, taking a small comb from one of the drawers and grooming her head fur, despite the fact that it looks perfect already. TJ emerges from the bathroom, his fur not adequately combed and giving him a sort of lion's mane look that usually only punk guys go for. I smirk a little as I grab up the bag of food, TJ frowning at me self-consciously.
I thought we were in a hurry.
It's alright, TJ. Don't worry. There's no need to rush.
Don't we have to get Carl all his birthday stuff before the party this afternoon, though?
Yes, but this is Carl we're talking about. He doesn't wake up till mid-afternoon. If we show up too early, he'll be too groggy to realize what's happening.
That's true. I'm not really sure how I feel about the whole early surprise party idea anyway. But it does give us an excuse to check out the comic book store at the mall, yeah?
I want to visit the music store. There's a new Cherry Bloom album out, and I like a physical copy.
He pauses, DJ seeming to be in the midst of trying to push down his excess floof.
If we have time, I mean.
Jenna nods, picking up her phone and purse before heading out to the door. We follow.
There are doors in your with you? Ugh.
You know doors!
You know other door.
I thought you only knew the back door.
No, I was gonna say I thought you only knew my door. Speaking of which, it's my line.
It is. I've been waiting.
All I'm saying is that it's real stupid that you all drive all the way back here just to hang out with each other alone. Even Carl and Flynn are sticking together by themselves, eh? You all can do that when you three are not on break.
Leo stares ahead, poking his tongue against the inside of his cheek. I squinted against the rising sun. His lecture is answered with resounding silence. Even TJ doesn't chime in. He clicks his tongue against the roof of his mouth.
This is primarily due to Flynn's behavior, you know?
You should put your pride aside.
Oh, says Leo.
Really?
Oh god. I see TJ slide down some in the back seat. Leo insisted I sit shotgun, so I can't really hide as well.
This is not gonna go well. I'm saying that even if you don't like Flynn a whole lot right now, he wins if we can't fucking get over his tantrum. Besides, I want Chase's pants on the floor right now.
Right. Flynn wins if we continue to put up with this awfulness. He's older than all of us and still acts like a child. And no, you stay away from Chase's pants.
They're her pants.
Yeah,
now.
they're my pants.
I sprayed them with the musk off. It's mine!
Oh no.
He needs to apologize, to become aware that his actions have consequences. Ignoring the problem like it isn't there helps no one. That mindset is why I had you speak to Chase early on.
Oh, God.
You sure are insistent on that, aren't you? Sounding like you got an agenda or something.
I see the wolf glance sidelong toward me, his expression briefly softening.
Why would I have an agenda to separate you and Chase? He's 21. He can make the decision on... I just didn't want to have to deal with you two around it.
You're not coming through all the way, Hannah.
Gosh dang it. Here, move it up.
Moving it up.
Yep. I just didn't want to have to deal with you two prancing around it the whole...
I don't know why whole time didn't come through. Everything else got through, just
Have our
except for whole
headphones on
time.
and everything.
Maybe there's
Okay,
noise
one more
suppression
time.
going on again. Either way.
Maybe.
Wouldn't be the first time, girly.
TJ's practically on the floor at this point. He's so far down in his seat. Leo glances over at me again. I can tell my lack of response is starting to put him on edge. Honestly, though, I have no idea what to say.
You two have decided on your relationship status, right? It's been years, and you're still wearing that bracelet.
Come on, let's not have this talk while we're trapped in a vehicle for the next 30 minutes.
Don't worry, Otter. I'm not gonna drive us over the guardrail or something. That's in a different route.
At this point, that might be preferable to continuing this conversation. Another silence follows. I can feel Jenna's expectant stare upon the back of my neck. Finally, Leo speaks.
I'm gonna put on some music, yeah? Any preferences?
We don't get any stations but the Hillbilly Cavalcade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cavalcade ones.
Hillbilly Cavalcade.
Oh, but the Hillbilly Cavalcade ones between Echo and Peyton.
Well, I've got a CD here.
My curiosity peaks. I see Leo look toward me, then nod to the glove box with a smirk tugging at the corner of his muzzle. I think I know exactly what CD he's thinking of. I pull the little clasp on the dashboard. Instead of CD, a slew of balled-up napkins fall into my lap. I don't think much of it until I spy the mostly empty bottle of water-based lube sitting in the glove box.
Ew!
Oh,
Ew!
gross.
None of us needed that. Oh god. No, ew.
Leo looks over and his eyes go wide.
Puta madre! Fuck.
Yes, you do, Leo.
I wouldn't
He
call that
makes-
fucking.
He makes a sound somewhere between a sigh and nervous laughter.
I
Jenna cranes her head to see what the fuss is about. She lets out an amused grunt.
That's nothing you haven't had your hands on, Chase.
Ugh. Leo's ears seem downright flushed at this point, pinned to the side of his head.
Context is key, as they say, yeah?
Don't worry, guys. There's a trashy thing back here.
Oh god, TJ.
TJ unbuckles and reaches forward, collecting at least 9 balled up tissues in his paws. We all look on in horror. TJ, put those down!
Oh,
I mean, he wouldn't know what that is, so...
oh, gross.
Sure is empty.
It is Wednesday morning.
We're like the only car in the back parking lot, though. Kinda spooky.
I ain't afraid of no parking lot.
Leo smiles, looking back at us as if waiting for applause.
The only thing that scares me anymore is college debt.
Whoa. Makes me glad I'm not going to college.
Aw, don't say that.
I catch up and walk alongside the others. It's strange seeing all these parking spaces completely unused.
Why not?
I mean, what if you want to make a career change?
I'll join the army. That way, if I do want to go back to school, it'll be real cheap with the whole GI Bill.
It's unsettling that's the route so many have to take to get educated.
Isn't like I got a nifty tribal association membership.
I decide this is a good time to interject.
Yeah, it is.
I hope this
Matt
place is
had to say
actually
that
open.
line.
We approach the doors, Leo looking back at us.
Moment of truth.
He tugs once. It doesn't budge.
Stupid thing.
It says push.
The wolf nudges the door with one arm.
Yeah. I know. I was just...
TJ giggles.
Huh.
I remember this place feeling so much bigger as a kid. Nowadays it feels kind of claustrophobic. Might just be Pueblo spoiling me though.
Oh geez, not very busy at all.
No, they all walked with the empty parking lot.
Everything's shuttered.
Internet shopping exists now, T.
Oh yeah, I figured. It's just kind of sad, that's all.
Wait, what's intershit shopping?
Intershit shopping? It's when you look for shit on the internet.
Oh, so I browse like eBay and Amazon, just buy a whole bunch of stuff that I'll never use.
Intershit shopping, correct.
So which is it? Is it the internet or is it the intershit?
It depends on what you're buying.
The Link steps off towards one of the closed shops. The perforated steel roller shutters allowing just enough visibility to peek in.
This used to be the mask shop.
I don't think Carl needs any mask. Unless he's got a secret bank robbing life we don't know about.
Leo smiles lopsidedly. You know, he might actually want a Lucha Wolf mask or something. I remember as a kid, Carl always spouted off random wrestling facts. The fake kind, though, and most of it sounded more like a soap opera storyline than actual sport. I never really got into it. But it was still very funny it was still funny back whenever we were facing some problem, and Carl's trademark motivational catchphrase was to suplex it. Internet modem not working? Suplex it. Fishing pole all tangled in a line? Suplex it. Having to deal with a bully? Suplex him.
Not getting high enough? Suplex it.
It was the only thing him and Sydney that Sydney and him both got along over.
They don't really make that sort of thing for ram faces, Otter.
I don't think he'll actually wear it. It's more like a collectible.
He has enough of that sort of stuff already. His room is already a cluttered mess. We'd just be adding to the pile. Carl sent me a picture of it over Christmas, and it looks exactly the same as it did when we were in high school.
It reminds him of better times, I suppose.
Yes, but the issue is that he doesn't actually leave his room to make new better times for him. He just dwells on nostalgia for video games I haven't touched since I was 12. Yard sealing a lot of the junk might do him some good.
Leo chuckles, rubbing his forehead.
Happy birthday, Carl. Instead of giving you a gift, this year, we're selling your shit.
I see Jenna smile, letting out a little amused huff before moving on. I realize that TJ is still standing in front of the closed mask shop. Hey, you coming? I see him bristle, startled from thought, and pulled back into reality.
Oop, there goes
Oh yeah.
gravity.
Sorry, I just knew a girl who worked here.
Oh, I wonder if it's Sarah.
Oh.
Because the thing is, like, I'm almost positive that they wrote, like, a lot of the short stories before they got through Jenna's route. Because, like, you remember, like, that little thing with, like, the, hey, put down the phone, no texting. That's from, the short story where they break up and everything.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So I'm wondering if, like, a lot of the short stories are going to be more touched on in here.
I hope she's okay.
I nod, not really sure what to say in response to that as the feline catches up to us. We pass even more shuttered shops. Most of the pagodas are still open, but they're manned mainly by really foreign dudes who are transfixed on their cell phones. I don't blame them either. In a place like this, the shift hours must drag on. I was fortunate enough to have a part-time job as a paid newspaper printer in high school, and it kept me pretty busy. Plus, I got to tell people that I worked for the city paper.
Well, no, the music store is gone.
That's probably the least surprising closure yet.
I really like the physical stuff. My mom and dad sent me this vinyl record player for my birthday. My other doormates and I listened to it in the common room all the time.
Tej, you're a hipster now?
I see TJ blink, turning to look at Leo with a little wide-eye.
What? No.
I don't know, gatito. Cherry Bloom is pretty underground.
They're one of the top-selling alternative music artists of the 2000s.
Wow, TJ is a hipster. Alternative is just another word for indie.
I bet TJ has an aesthetic blog.
What?
He does. I don't even know what that is. But yes, it sounds like something TJ would have.
Jenna covers her muzzle with her paw, stifling her snicker. Usually, she's the one to put a stop to any TJ rubbing going on, but I suppose this is lighthearted enough where she doesn't mind.
It's okay, TJ. I enjoy having physical copies of things as well. Especially now that I'm living alone at Pueblo.
I mean, she probably has the physical copies of, like, the entire manga series.
Say, I don't have to worry about anyone going into wanting my stuff.
She says it so nonchalantly, but I remember how horrible and common that problem was for her. Leo and Flynn helped her install a lock on her door, but then her parents just took the door itself away a week later. Oh, so that's what happened in Route 65.
That's not the worst thing that could have happened. It's still pretty awful, though.
Yeah,
That is
I mean,
pretty awful still.
that sounds
Just
like
like
unfortunately
legit.
par for the course for what was going on.
I'm not looking forward to having to pack it up for the move to Weston, though.
I'll stop by and help you pack when the time comes. I say that with a bit more finality than intended. It makes me feel a little bit sad. It's like Jenna and I barely ever hung out while we had the chance, and now we might never again.
That would be nice of you, Chase. Thank you.
I force a smile and nod. She perks a brow in my direction. As TJ and Leo have a back and forth about how many times the lynx has worn flannel, Jenna hangs back a bit to walk alongside me.
Someone needs to make a website that is TJ's aesthetic blog. Like TJ's super hipster aesthetic. And he's be playing like indie music.
She reaches over, gingerly grasping onto my wrist. I feel her thumb across my forearm, and it's like electricity, the fur standing up around my collar. At first I think she's just trying to get my attention, which she certainly now has. but her touch is more reassuring than firm. I watch Leo gesticulate wildly with his back turned in front of me, and I can feel my heart thud in my chest. I expect Jenna to say something, but she's completely silent. God, I'm the guy here. I'm the one supposed to take charge with this sort of thing, right? Here I am, pink-eared like a blushing bride, having my wrist held by a girl. My nostrils flare and I pull away, Jenna giving me an indiscernible look. I reach over and fully take her paw in mine, squeezing some. A wry expression crosses her face, and I feel her hip bump into my thigh. She's so short, but she certainly doesn't act like it in any way. The stereotype about meek Phoenix is completely untrue.
Oh, damn it.
She wriggles free from my grasp with surprising deftness, pointing ahead. Sure enough, Birchfire Comics is completely gone. The interior dark and empty behind the chain-link roller grill.
Aww.
She sighs, crossing her arms over her chest. Her turquoise eyes shift up sideward. Shit. That sucks. I'm sorry, Jenna. She straightens suddenly, then walks ahead of me.
I'm gonna go with TJ and find a bathroom to wash his paws.
I see her walk up beside the two in front of us. She nudges TJ, saying something to him and Leo before they move off in the direction of the food court. I can't believe TJ is about 20 years old at this point, still getting baby biter. Leo is left standing there, his paws in his pockets, and his face devoid of expression. He looks back at me, putting on a tepid smile.
Want to check out the family plex?
I shrug non-committally.
Oh, I hope this scene still happens. You guys say it yourself. There's no rush.
I'm hit with realization, and I furrow my brow up at him. You heard that? He just maintains his smile and beckons me along before turning.
So...
Despite being open, the plex certainly doesn't look like it should be. The carpet is musty. Everything smells like mildew. The game machines are decades old, and the roller rink is scratched up to all hell. Leo stops next to a claw prize machine and fishes around in his pocket for quarters.
What is an aesthetic blog?
It takes me a moment to register what he's asking, and I can't help but be tickled a bit by the question. I know for a fact that Leo spends a lot of time on the internet, but mainly on mainstream sites. Sports, music, that sort of thing. It's like an ongoing online page that you update with stuff that sort of corresponds to a mood or feeling. He slides 2 quarters into the machine and grabs the control stick. A few lights in the machine begin to glow and flash, moving in a pattern around the glass window. About half the bulbs are burnt out.
Oh. I have one of those.
You do?
Yeah, but it's mainly porn though.
He makes a lewd jerking motion with the control stick, and I put it slightly on ease, noting that this machine is meant for children. Well, better than storing it all in your sample music folder, I suppose.
I actually got caught with that, you know?
Damn it, I told you.
Yeah, Otter, I know. Oh. Oh. Ugh.
Oh no!
Mm.
Oh no!
Oh god. Some lines are... Like, if a line is just like, fuck, I'm like, sure. But a line like this, I'm like, oh. My little nephew, Ecuador, wanted to play games.
Eduardo.
Ecuador?
Why did you say Ecuador? It's Eduardo.
I have no clue. My little nephew, Ecuadordo, is now his name.
What the fuck? Just say Eduardo.
Eduardo!
No, I have a nephew named Ecuadordo, and I'm sticking with it. The D, okay, hear me out. If you don't see the line on the D, it looks like a C.
No, it doesn't!
Well, I mean, yeah, if you don't see the line that the D is made of, hence the letter
You read
D,
it quickly.
then you
I was
just
assuming you read
have...
it quickly and didn't
I see,
register
I
that
got
was
it.
Eduardo.
As I
and
go hide in...
I don't even think that's how you would spell
I'm
Ecuador.
trying to...
It's a
I didn't say Ecuador, I said Ecuadordo.
You said Ecuador at first?
You said Ecuador.
Oh my god.
And like, sure, if you switch the O and the D at the end and the R around.
Okay.
When you make the
there.
best
I'm gonna let this
of
die.
Jenna's route, put this in. I need this Ecuador.
Ecuador.
I mean, I'll try my best.
The title of this episode, isn't it?
I would appreciate if like you guys could like go back through some of our old stuff and point out like scenes from like Carl's route, TJ's route, and Flynn's route because I never made a best of for those ones either.
Okay.
So,
I'll
like,
go back.
If anyone ever wants to like rewatch this stuff and like point those out to me, like of our group, people who are watching in the future, it's a little too late for that now, buddy.
You're late. Unless you're our like first and biggest fan, then like, comment, subscribe, and let us know where and in the comment section, what messed up.
We're fine. We're just gonna move on. Say your line.
My little nephew Eduardo wanted to play games on the computer and started clicking around on the recent files thing.
Uncle Ecuador Leo. Oh my god, Leo, he's like 10. He furrows his brow, moving the crane some absently.
He's 13.
His dad's your really religious brother too, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Ain't nearly as bad as getting caught. Ahem.
You can
By
say
the-
squeak.
By the Padres while watching
You just say squeak. It helps me with my thing when I'm going through and editing, please.
Okay, ain't much as bad as watching squeak squeakers, squeak squeakity. By the Padres while watching squeak 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 squeaker, squeak squeak.
I cringe, covering my face.
I was doing that too. I would like have my hands above my forehead, like, oh god.
Yeah, and remember that's
That's
Route
how-
65 again.
Yep, that's how it starts.
God.
Hey, look.
I pull my paws away from my face to see Leo point to something in the machine. I squint, and in the midst of puzzle cubes and spinner toys, a boxed Lucha Wolf figure rests. Leo shifts his gaze towards me and grins. I see him navigate the crane perpendicular with the box's point of rest. He hits the lowering button. The metal claw descends into a pit of cheap toys, clenching down upon the cardboard edge of the box. It tugs at it slightly, but it loses grasp and returns to its point of rest.
Shit.
Let me have a go. I reach into my back pocket for my wallet, but Leo was already putting in 2 more coins in. He gestures to the machine and tips an invisible hat in my direction. I find myself rolling my eyes a little as I take position. Thanks. I decide this time I'm going to try it from one of the corners. It might not be enough to pick it up completely, but it will pull it from the rest of the toy pile for future tries.
Speaking of,
I try to line up the crane just right, eyeing through the dusty glass with multiple angles to get a good idea of positioning.
now that I don't have you so anchored down, or however the fuck you want to see it as.
I pause, my paw over the lower button.
You let any other guys squeak you at Pueblo? Any, big stallion types like the ones in your squeak?
The tone of his voice. It's definitely one that I haven't heard in years.
You alright there, Sam?
Yeah. It's just it's unusual.
It seems to carry an extra intense edge. Christ, Leo, no!
You haven't squeak in 3 years? Squeak. Squeak.
He laughs breathily. I exhale, trying to keep my nerve. I go ahead and press the button, the crane lowering the claw down once again.
I just want to know if you're horny or not.
So you're willing to say that, but not the other.
Seems legit.
I mean, that's what he's asking. You don't have to lie to me, yeah? I just want the truth.
Chase is a horny boy.
The claw pushes the box down further. It's seeming to have different levels of how low it starts grasping. However, it doesn't even grasp this time. The crane just keeps lowering the claw. We can't even see the figurine anymore. Not that Leo was paying any attention.
If you like Jenna, you can tell me. I mean, girls.
I feel him now, his thigh against my behind. The familiar well, actually, I'm just gonna squeak that instead. Upon the small of my back. I stare at the machine. The claw still hasn't come back up yet. Leo. His paw takes my hip.
Mm-hmm.
Can you fuck off?
Ooh. This is different. What? What? Oh. Shock and surprise. Anger.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't get the I heard the at the end. Leo's paws are off me now. The wolf turns to face the others.
How long have you two been here?
Long enough.
I was just trying to...
I thought you were better than this sort of behavior, Leo.
This was a private conversation, eh?
That Chase clearly didn't want to be a part of.
Well, I didn't know that until just now.
He looks back at me. His eyes are wide. His shoulders are raised up high, the wolf visibly tense. I'm still reeling from what just happened, from Leo's behavior, from my own words. I say nothing. He sucks in his jowls, trying to put on a smile.
Well, hey. We found a present for Carl in this crane machine, and here, a guy, yeah?
TJ leans to peer inside the machine.
I don't see it.
The claw and crane are back at its starting position.
Yeah, well, Chula here beside me must have buried it somehow.
Buried it?
You know what I mean, Teach.
He shrugs, visibly not knowing what Leo means.
My cat's being too cute.
Jenna gives Leo a look I don't quite catch before stepping up to the machine. She squints, looking over the pile of toys.
No, I see it. That green and purple cardboard thing in the middle, beneath the Mothman plushie.
She reaches into her purse, sifting through it for a moment before finding 2 quarters. We all sort of just stand there, staring at her as the lights flash around the window, illuminating her features with golden glow. She fiddles with it a lot longer than I did, 30 seconds passing before she actually hits the lower button. The claw descends, pushing through the muck of plush and plastic. The sound of metal scraping the box is audible, even if it is difficult to see what is happening. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see that Leo's facade of a smile has completely dissipated. He looks at me, though his gaze is unfocused. It's like he's trying to numb himself, but it isn't working. The claw finally lifts, the metal prongs clutching the central mass of the figurine container and carrying it to the drop slot. With satisfying clunk, the box falls in and the crane returns to its default position. Leo's form stiffens. He stares at the machine, Jenna, and then me again. He crosses his arms, and I see his face starting to shake, his eyes clenched shut.
I'll be in the fucking van.
As he leaves, Leo smacks a nearby pinball machine so hard the glass cracks. TJ stands there with his paws behind his head, maw agape.
And so the real Leo reveals.
Oh my goodness.
TJ walks over to the pinball machine, bending down to gather up the splintered glass there is in the front of his shirt. I watch Leo trudge off around the corner, though I can still hear his heavy footfalls after a while. I wait a bit, just to make sure he's really gone. Jenna, meanwhile, steps up, handing me the box figurine. So, is there a crappy boardwalk game that you can't beat? Despite what just happened, I see a flicker of a smile tug at the corner of her lips.
Well, all you have to do is hook the claw where the cardboard meets the plastic.
Her gaze shifts from the broken glass on the tacky carpet to the crane machine.
The way it gets latched in the grooves of the box and doesn't drop. I had a lot of practice with my summer job, but you did most of the work for me by putting it into position. Good job.
She moves past me, patting my back some before kneeling down beside TJ and helping him clean up. I turn to face her again. You should be the one to give it to Carl. After all, you're the one who won it for him.
No, then I'd be a hypocrite after what I said earlier about his clutter problem. He'll like this from you, though.
Yeah, I guess.
We should probably hurry before someone besides us decides to visit this mall.
I peer around, checking to make sure we're the only people in here still. I see a coffee sitting on the service desk, so whoever's managing this place today might be back soon.
And before Leo decides to drive off without us.
Oh, he wouldn't do that.
TJ gathers the glass from his shirt and places it in a small pile on the bench nearby. Jenna does the same.
Yes, well, I'd rather not tempt the odds, or the potential 30-mile outside city limits cab fare.
Should we leave some money for the pinball machine repair?
No, TJ, it's alright.
Oh, TJ. He's so sweet.
None of us should have to deal with Leo's mess more than we already have.
Is she calling Chase
Alright.
Leo's mess?
Well, I actually think we should call it here for now. So everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye!
Bye.